everyone, it's me, Harry the Chatterbox. I am so glad that you are here. We're in the finale episode. It was episode 10 of season 4 of Insecure. The name of the episode was Low Key Lost, and we were lost in so many different ways of the word for this episode. I know I was supposed to make this video a minute ago, but I was supposed to post this video a minute ago, but girl, I had other things I had to do. So here we are on our regular day. Anyway, like, subscribe. I always love when you guys do that. If you've already done those things, welcome back, girl. Good to see you. How did you enjoy the finale? Well, anyway, we're going to talk about how I enjoyed the finale. So without further ado, let's get into the review. Yeah. Okay. So this episode was a lot, but we're going to start out at the beginning. So Lawrence gets the job, and, he's moving to San Francisco. They talk about, whether it's going to be a deal breaker. Issa says no. If they want it to work, it'll work. And so that's where we are. That's where we leave them at the beginning of this episode, because this was a lot of episodes. This was the setup for the letdown. Then, Issa goes and meets Nathan, and they talk about, Issa using, the barbershop as a space so that Issa can, continue to pursue her career in being a cultural curator. Boo boo. You realize, you gotta pull everything back from the old episode. And also Nathan reveals that, yes, he did feel a way about, Issa telling him that, that she and Lawrence were, getting back together and working things out. Which is also a low-key a setup for the letdown. But we'll get there. Then we, fast forward to Molly and Andrew. They're at a work brunch for Molly. They're having a good time. And one of Molly's coworkers, asks Molly to hang out after the brunch, and Andrew doesn't really want to go. There's a bit of a domestic dispute there because he like, nah, and then Molly convinces him to go anyway, and so they end up going. But once again, this is also a setup for the letdown. Even though I really don't give a fuck about Molly because, fuck her. But once they get home from hanging out, Andrew kind of points out that, they're always going around Molly's schedule. And if it was something that he wanted to do, it would have been a big deal. And, Molly kind of dismisses it because she's like, well, 1 minute you mad because I don't have time. And then the next minute I'm making time and you still have a problem. So she's like, which one is it? And it's like, bitch, it's not about you making time or me making or you not having time. It's about, everybody getting what they want out of a relationship, and you seem to be the only one that's getting what you want, which is Molly's problem. She don't know how to share because she's selfish as fuck. Just saying. But the argument is cut short because Kelly calls Molly a couple times, and she tells her that Tiffany is missing. We kind of figure out that Tiffany has been dealing with postpartum depression at this point, and it's all been leading up, throughout the season because Tiffany would say, different things like, oh, I love her. Oh, I like her. I don't like her, but I love her, but I don't like her sometimes. And she was talking about her daughter, Simone. And she was also talking about how sometimes she just wished she could leave Simone somewhere. And then she left her husband and her daughter for 24 hours without, saying where she was or what she was doing or who she was with. And of course, this is gold material for Kelly because Kelly gets a lot of camera time, and I love when Kelly gets camera time because she always acts a fool. The main part that she acted a fool with, which I like that they did, because they kind of had a Black Lives Matter moment, is when they're trying to get off the bus to get to the hotel that Tiffany is at, and Kelly presses the button because the bus driver won't let her off because it's not a designated stop point. And I hate when bus drivers fucking do that. It's like, bitch, the stop is 2 blocks away and I need to get off here and you're stopping anyway. Bitch, let me off this motherfucking bus. Shit. So like, it's like you're being fucking inconvenient on fucking purpose. Like, bitch, fuck you. So Kelly presses the button, and the bus driver calls the police. That's a couple lanes over. The police get out the car, plus 2 white people get off the car, and like she was harassing this man and blah blah blah. And Kelly's like, bitch, I just got off the bus. Like, we didn't do nothing to nobody. We didn't hit nobody. We didn't hurt nobody. Like, everybody's acting like up. And so the police like go to grab his taser, and Molly's like, hold on now, bitch. I'm an attorney. And Derek is like, well, you don't need to be getting tased because the last time you got tased, you peed on yourself. And she's like, stop talking about my piss. Kelly is so fucking funny, yo. Like, it makes no sense how she can turn a serious moment into one of the most hysterical ones. But essentially, the police decide, they don't want to be those police officers on the news, so they put their shit up and tell everybody to go home. Which, because nobody was hurt, quite frankly, that's what the fuck should have happened. And that's what the fuck should happen in real life. Because don't nobody be getting hurt. Don't nobody really be upset. Don't nobody really be mad. Y'all just want a reason to fuck with black people. But shout out to Insecure for that moment. And so, they eventually get to Tiffany, and you see Tiffany in a way that you've never seen her before. She's, she ain't got a wig on. She looking real regular. It's like, damn, Tiff, like, you was really going through it. Like, postpartum really hit you hard. And I think it's a point of that we don't really talk about postpartum depression in the black community, let alone with women in general. Because everybody thinks, oh, you have this baby and you're just so happy because you're a new mom. But that shit is stressful. Like, I didn't even have a kid. And, my godson was living with me at one point, and that shit stresses you the fuck out, taking care of a kid, let alone having just pushed one out, and then you still got to take care of that motherfucker. Like, damn, like, no. So, shout out to all of y'all that aspire to have offspring, because, baby, I'm low-key on the border on it, because I like being able to give kids back to their mama, so I'm on the border of, having one full time. But low-key, I do think I kind of wish the Tiffany portion was just a little bit smaller, because we get to the point where the real shit happens. So after all of that, the next day comes. Molly and Andrew have their conversation about what's going on in their relationship. And basically, Andrew's like, what are you fighting for? He was like, because I don't know what the fuck. Like, he was like, you don't want to do... Basically, everything revolves around Molly. He caters to everything that Molly wants, and Molly caters to nothing that he wants. And, he brought up the shit about his brother. And Molly's, like, getting, like, really, like... frantic and hysterical about this. She's like, we can go to therapy, we can do this, we can do that, I can be better, da da da. And it's like, what are you fighting for? Like, he was like, what is it? And honestly, I don't really think she's fighting for Andrew. She's fighting to, like, be in a relationship because that's what she really wants. It could be anybody. It could have been anybody. It's not really about Andrew. It's about Molly. And once again, therapy. Should have been honest in therapy, because she's never honest in therapy. Like, never ever honest in therapy. So that's why she's never getting help. Like, that's why nothing ever works for Molly, because she's not actually honest with herself about the shit that she does. Then we fast forward to Issa and Lawrence, and we find out, which y'all guessed it, Condola is fucking pregnant, nigga. And I'm like, what? Now, mind you, some of my friends said that she was gonna be pregnant. And kind of low-key Black Twitter also said that shit. They was like, Condola is pregnant as fuck. And I was like, nah, that's not it. It's something else. I like, it's gotta be something else. And they was like, nah, ain't no way this chick's still, in contact with this nigga and she not pregnant. And y'all said it. Baby girl is pregnant. Pregnant as fuck. And she don't want to get rid of the baby. And I'm like, God damn. So, here we are talking about, this pregnancy while Lawrence and Issa are just getting back together, just getting good. But this is also what I said, the setup for the letdown. Because I already know what's going to happen next season. I already know what's going to happen next season. I already know. Like, either one or two things is going to happen. Lawrence is going to take his ass to San Francisco. And Condola is going to go up there for the baby, whatever. Or he's not going to go nowhere at all because he's having his baby. And Issa's going to feel away because it's like, oh, so you was so willing to leave my ass, but now you having a baby with this bitch, so now you're not going to go nowhere. So, like, who's really worth it? I already see it in season 9. Or he's gonna go. Lawrence is gonna come back for the baby to be born, because I feel like we're not gonna have another pregnant woman for a full season. It's not gonna be a thing. Condola, we don't care about Condola that much. So what's gonna happen in season 9 is gonna start out with Condola being in labor. Issa's not gonna know that Lawrence is in town, and he's gonna be here, and Issa's gonna feel away, and she's gonna take her ass to see Nathan. And, so she's gonna pop off because she's upset. She's emotionally distressed. And Nathan is that nigga. And that's where it's gonna be at. And we're gonna have a whole nother situation where Issa ends up being kind of low-key the cheater. Which, I mean, granted, this time around, it's like, this one is kind of a toss-up. I don't want to see Issa be the cheater again, but I feel like that's what's gonna roll around, because damn, Lawrence, like, you're really turning out like these hard ass situations where bitches really don't want to be in, which I totally get why Issa wouldn't want to be in this situation, because it's like, damn nigga, like, you really having a baby on me. And it's not his fault. It's not like he went and cheated on her, but it is still inconvenient as fuck when you're trying to start a new relationship or start over again in a relationship after the last time y'all had issues. It was not, good. It was not conducive for nobody. So we'll see. But I already know it's gonna be some shit with Nathan, because Nathan gonna be like, damn, so he really having a baby on you, and he's gonna kind of like, he gonna try to like see himself into a situation. So it's either gonna be one of those situations where, it's either gonna be a side nigga situation, or it's gonna be a situation where this dude that fuck with you hard kind of sees you going through a situation and he don't like that shit, and he kind of inserts himself in a situation where he shouldn't put his place in, and it's gonna make everybody feel away. And I don't know. Alright, I don't know. I feel like we might see, Lawrence and Nathan duke it out. I don't know, girl. But this shit about to be lit. I can already tell. It's about to be, season 5 is about to be a moment. Like, y'all are about to go crazy on Twitter when season 5 comes. I already know. Because y'all are trash now. And this not even real stuff. But this, I know at least 8 bitches that been through this. Anyway, so y'all are about to have a field day with this shit. We also, at the end, which is also why I wanted the Tiffany part to be a little shorter, is because Issa and Molly finally have a real conversation, and Molly was the one that initiated, because she needs her friend, which is also shady as fuck. I feel like Molly's a shady ass bitch, but that's okay. That's alright. Because when she needs Issa, it's like, oh, now I need to talk to my friend and we need to have a real conversation. But when Issa needed her, when Issa missed her, it wasn't worth the time. It wasn't worth that. And honestly, if I was Issa, I would have left that bitch hanging. It would have been like, bitch, you know what? It's okay. It's all right. Because when I needed you, when I reached out, I wasn't worth the time to have a conversation with, to try to have a real conversation with. But now that you going through some shit with your nigga, and y'all not doing well, or y'all have broken up, because we haven't really determined whether Molly or Andrew have broken up yet. But it just seems like now it's convenient for you to have a conversation and sit down and talk and want to work this out, because now you're okay. Which, once again, I don't really fuck with Molly. So, that's just how I see it. But, I'm glad, Issa went because that's her friend and she loves her and she missed her. So, she went because she wants her friend back. That bitch could have stayed where the fuck she was at for me. Because you only get so many times to hurt my feelings. And then, bitch, you can kiss my ass. So, that was the end of season 4. Let me know what y'all predictions are down below. How y'all think this whole baby Condola being pregnant thing is gonna play out. Cause baby, I cannot wait. I'm not even gonna make it up predictions. I just want the shit to be messy as fuck. Messy as possible. And I need a little bit more Kelly. This season, because I need the comic relief. I feel like Kelly with this type of situation would be funny as fuck on a regular basis. Like I need Kelly just in every episode, just for like 5 minutes. But yeah, let me know what your predictions for season 5 will be. Will Lawrence and Issa stay together through this whole, baby mama drama? Do you think Lawrence and Condola might get back together since the baby situation? Do you think Issa might say fuck it and get with Nathan? Because that's the real tea, okay? Because that's... okay. Because that's what I'm really rooting for. Or how do you think this shit will play out? Do you think that Issa will cheat again? And, fall into the arms of Nathan because she's having a moment of weakness? Let me know what y'all think, because I just can't wait. I can't wait. I thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I have for you today. There's nothing else. I thank you guys so much for watching my behind the scenes video for my photo shoot. There will be other behind the scenes videos to come. I have lots of things coming for the summer and for the rest of this year. Y'all just wait, because it's coming, sis. It's coming. I cannot wait for y'all to see everything that I've been working on and doing. It's been a joy this year. So yes, I thank you guys so much for watching, because you could have been anywhere else on the internet, but you decided to watch me. Bye!